Well, I know it's been a little while since we've been on here, but as you can tell, I'm back out in Dad's wood shop, and I've come in possession of some old reclaimed pallet wood. And I hate to throw wood away. To me, I can always do something with it. So I was able to get a whole pallet full of pallet wood, and today I'm going to work on a project. So these are the two sizes that I've got, and with Mother's Day coming on, I decided I probably should make some flower boxes because everybody gives their mom flowers for Mother's Day. A lot of them are hanging baskets, but not everybody has a place to put a hanging basket. So I'm going to make these flower boxes just the right size so you can actually sit your hanging pot down into the box and set it on your front porch or something. So this is all kind of up here in my head. I don't really have a pattern for it, and I got to use what I've got. So I'm just going to start doing some cutting and measuring and see what I can come up with. All right, so I took this board, which I got quite a few of, and I cut them down to 7-inch slats, and then from there I cut them into 1 1/4, and then 1 1/2, and then this one's 2 2/4. So when I join them together on the corner, I'm gonna make a nice square. And these will be the corner pieces for each side. And then I'm going to cut these longer ones down into 10-inch, and they will go horizontal. And then I'll put a couple of these on with a nice little leg to keep it up, so when the plant's draining, it will be up off the ground and allow for some drain space. So I'm just going to hurry and glue these and nail them and get my 4 legs done. Just add a dab of glue to that. Add a dab of glue to this one. That will help these two marry or merge into one piece. And give that just a second. Remember when I was a little kid in elementary, I'd always put glue on our hands, let them dry, and then we'd peel them off like dead skin. But I don't have the patience or time for that today. All right, once we got that in place, and get our nail gun. Put one more down here. We got our leg. And like I said, I'll cut these into 10-inch sections, because I know some of the baskets I'm getting are 10-inch baskets, and some are 12, so I'll do some 12, and I'll put one on here, and then we'll rip one down to the right size down here and have cute little baskets. I'll do some taller than 7 inches too. I'll probably do some that are a little bit bigger, maybe 12 inches or something. Okay, so this is my leg. It's gonna sit like this. The boards that I'm going to be putting this way are 3.5 inches, which means if I put one on each side, it'd be from here to here, but I do want to leave probably, a 1/2 inch. So I should have probably left these a 1/2 inch longer instead of cutting them down to 7, left them at 7.5, because what I'm going to have to do on my cross panels is rip it down a 1/4 of an inch on each board this way, so that way it'll look even. We want that to be proportionate. If we have one and then the next one's cut down a 1/2 inch, that won't look as good as if these are both the same size. So I'm going to run to the table saw, rip a 1/4 of an inch all the way down, and then I'll have 2 even sides, which will make 6.5 inches. If this is now 3 1/4 instead of, if I'm not explaining myself, stand by. Now, because this is old pallet wood, there's going to be some nails that were cut off, and I was planning on working around those, but I think I'm actually going to leave them in just to give them a little bit of a rustic look. Give me your thoughts on that. Do you like the more rustic looking furniture, or rustic looking decorations, or do you like the more clean new look? All right, so I got my 4 corners here, and then I've got my pieces, and I mentioned about these nails, but they're actually not going to even be seen when they're put on here. So I guess I kind of worried, or not really worried, but overthought that one. But I'm gonna hurry and add a dab of glue here. And put it on here. And even though it's still wet, I'm gonna go ahead and nail it. Guess I can put some glue on here as well. I'll take my next one and add a dab of glue here. Put it on here. And I'm running up flush with the top. Give it a quick nail. Now, because these are rustic, they don't have to be all sanded down pretty and stuff. You can do that if you want, but we're going for the rustic look. Nail. Oh. And unfortunately, that is a risk that sometimes takes place. That chunk broke off of there, but luckily all the pieces are here and I can hurry and just glue it back in there. And I guess that's more character to the roughness of it. Put a big dab of glue in there. And just put some glue down in those cracks. And you put sawdust in on top of it. Do a sand over. You'll never even know. Luckily, this part that broke off won't be part of the strength of it won't compromise the strength at all. I'm gonna give this a minute to let that one dry. We'll keep working because now we gotta add our second. Some of you might be wondering why I'm angling my nailer. It's just so that way instead of going straight in and chance of working out easier, if they're toenailed in, they can't just slide out as easy. But once that glue adheres, it won't happen anyways. Now I'm going to take this next piece because we're going to join them like this. So I'm going to add a dab of glue along here, bring this down, nail that on. Try and turn this a little bit that way so you can see what I'm doing. Just put this right along that corner. And put this like that. Run it right there. We're going to take the nailer, angle those so that way it'll lock it in, but that's kind of what our box will look like. See it starting to come together, and you can just put your flower right down inside here. I guess it's a good thing I ran out of nails, because when I was at Home Depot today, I remembered to buy some safety glasses because I don't have any here in the shop. And I'm almost done with this project without wearing my safety glasses. But I'll hurry and put that on. But anyways, you can see the box coming along. Got to hurry and sink some nails here as well as up top. And so I had to go get my nails out of the truck. So, all right, so here's my rustic box. Now I've got this last piece that I'm going to put down in here and just raise it up so it's running flush to the bottom. This will hold the flower box up off the ground, but it'll be open so the water can run off of it and not sit and rot your wood apart. So I'm going to put that piece in now. All right, so I've got this piece. I'm going to rest it on here and attach the top and put nails on both sides. This doesn't have to be perfect. It's just going to keep the pot up off the ground, and it's also going to let the water run off. So put that about right there. Just kind of eyeball roughly the middle. That looks pretty good. Gonna run some nails through. And then spin that around. And then I'll nail the top, which used to be the bottom. And now we're done. So this is the flower box. Pretty quick, easy, simple, rustic. I'm going to build one that's probably one more pallet slot taller, and see how that goes. But thanks for watching with me. Again, it's been a while since I've had a video on here. Jill and I have some exciting news coming. We've already talked about in the past, but we're in the process of getting our house plans drawn up, and we're going to start building our home. So trying to figure out how to make that all work. But it's kind of sounding like Jill and I might be doing the general contracting on it. So anyways, thanks for watching this video. Give us a thumbs up, comment. Like I said, do you like the more rustic looking, or do you like new and smooth and shiny? Let me know. Thanks. Have a good day.